Hey friends, today we are going to talk about the difference between regular maintenance on your vehicle and repairs on your vehicle. And trust me, they are two very different things. To make it simple, regular maintenance is not something that is an emergency. Repairs tend to be emergency. Regular maintenance is when you come in for your oil change, your brake services, stuff that needs to be done to maintain your vehicle over time and make sure that things work the way they're supposed to. Repairs are when something breaks down or something stops working properly and you go, uh-oh, I gotta get my vehicle to the shop. The best way to look at the difference between these two is to remember that regular maintenance is something that you need to continuously do on your vehicle. Think of it as kind of like when you go to the dentist. Regular maintenance is going in for your cleanings every 3 or 6 months or whatever you choose to do. Repairs on your vehicle is kind of like if all of a sudden you get a sharp pain in your tooth and you're like, uh-oh, I need a root canal. That's the difference. It's easy to forget that we're driving these vehicles, these very expensive vehicles, that do have a ton of mechanical components that require regular maintenance to keep them safe and keep them moving the way that they're supposed to. As you drive vehicles, things like your brakes are going to wear down, things like your oil is going to need to be changed, fluid flushes, timing belts depending on what vehicle you have. Those kinds of things are expected and normal. Now, if you're driving a Honda, our recommended maintenance schedule is every 6 months or 8 to 10,000 kilometers. Here, that equates to approximately twice a year that you'll be here in the dealership doing recommended servicing. For the first few years, you're gonna end up doing 2 oil changes a year, typically, and usually once a year, you'll end up in here to do a brake service. And a brake service is where they pull apart the brakes, calipers, pins, clean everything up, get that winter grossness off of them, and re-grease it, put it all back together, and make sure your brakes are working perfect. After that, you can always expect to do air and pollen filter changes every couple of years. You can also expect to do fluid flushes like brake fluid flush, transmission fluid flush, and rear differential fluid flush if you've got an all-wheel drive. And with any of Honda's V6s, you can expect to do a timing belt and water pump change after 5 years or 100,000 kilometers, whatever comes first. If you're not sure about what is recommended maintenance versus what your vehicle actually needs, you should definitely look it up. Almost all manufacturers have that information available readily to the consumer. It's very important that you know what your vehicle needs and when you need it. I'm running out of time. Let me know if you want a part 2.